I'd like to welcome the Luing Cattle Society and everybody else who's watching this video to Nunnerie today on the virtual tour of the Nunnerie Luing Herd. We've got 3,500 acres of hill ground here, so there's plenty of scope for the cattle.
The MacArthur family has been farming at Nunnerie since 1901, with Alistair and Anne's son David now the fourth generation in this originally tenanted unit, which was purchased almost 40 years ago. Situated at 11 foot near Biggar, Nunnerie extends to 3,750 acres and rises from 950 feet to 2,000 feet above sea level. The majority of land is rough hill, with around 150 acres enclosed and 50 acres suitable for silage production. 600 acres of own ground is farmed closer to Biggar, where the land is mostly grass but allows for the rotational kale and spring barley to be grown. Alistair and Anne, together with son David, daughter Fiona, and their shepherds Craig Thornborough and Neil O'Sullivan, run 70 pedigree Luing cattle and 1,100 breeding ewes at Nunnerie. A further 1,200 ewes are kept on the additional land at Anniston and Muirhouse. The family established the Nunnerie Luing Herd in 1992, with the purchase of 2 in-calf heifers from the McNees Ben Har herd, and continued to buy several other heifers over the following years. In 1996 they purchased their first bull, Glen Gorham Tyrant, which left them a lasting stamp on the herd. Calving starts at the end of March, preferably outside, although batches of cows are sometimes brought inside to calve away from the muck around the ring feeders, and put back outside onto clean areas as soon as they've calved. Cows with calves forage on the hill all summer, before the calves are all weaned in late November and are moved to Muirhouse, where they're in-wintered. Cows are all outwintered, with big bale silage and mineral blocks available from November onwards. Calves generally average 300 kilos at weaning when they come straight off the hill at Nunnerie. And Alistair says the breed has great versatility and can adapt to any finishing system, with male calves kept entire and finished as bulls. Younger male calves are castrated and fattened more slowly on grass at 18 to 19 months old, while a few have been roughly wintered and finished on an average weight of 395 kilos at 27 months. The MacArthurs believe the Luing is best suited to their farming system because they have a good temperament, are easily calved, produce progeny with good, thick skins, and most importantly perform well when standing up to harsh weather. Stock bulls are purchased every 2 to 3 years, with an emphasis on breeding a medium-sized, hardy hill cow. One of the most influential bulls used in the herd is the 17,000 guineas Finlarg Tornado, a well-bred pole bull which was purchased for his power, shape and breed character. Tornado's first 5 sons sold at Castle this February, averaging 8,000 guineas, with a top price and a new breed record of 25,000 guineas set for Nunnerie Zenon. 2 other sons of Tornado sold at Dingwall Mart in May, where they each made 6,000 guineas, with some of his heifer calves retained at Nunnerie for breeding. The majority of heifers are kept on for breeding and are summered at Muirhouse. They're either used as replacements to calve at 3 years old, or sold as bulling heifers through United Auctions Stirling and Dingwall Mart. Luing cattle have much to offer in terms of being low maintenance, easy calving, and having the ability to make use of a poorer performing ground, particularly as the hill and upland sector of British agriculture seeks to offset higher feed, labour and other input costs. Cows at Nunnerie tend to reach peak condition towards the end of September, And although their size of gut may be undesirable in many other beef breeds, it's a positive asset for the Lings and demonstrates how they thrive on this type of ground. The hill at Nunnerie is Molina, so with the Ling cattle grazing all year round, this helps encourage diversity in plant species and provides habitats for waders and other bird life. Continual grazing also helps make a natural fire break between the forested areas which surround the farm. Health status is hugely important at Nunnerie, with the herd having been closed for the last 10 years and the family being members of the Premium Cattle Health Scheme. The herd is BVD accredited and with all sales stock testing clear for IBR and Lepto. Harehead Walker was purchased for 17,000 guineas in February 2019 and his first calves born this spring look promising. Another was Harehead DVD, purchased for 8,000 guineas in 2004. He's produced some tremendous replacements, with his first crop of daughters topping at 2,700 guineas to average 1,800 guineas. In 2008, the MacArthur sold a DVD son named Nunnerie Harvey for 14,000 guineas, which went on to sire Harehead Maori, the previous breed record holder of 20,000 guineas. The MacArthurs are very aware of the Ling's maternal ability as a profitable suckler cow and have always put huge emphasis on improving stock and sale heifers. Heifers sold in the autumn at Stirling are in-wintered, whereas heifers sold at Dingwall in May are grazed outside. And in 2018, Nunnerie sold 28 bulling heifers to average £1,885. Looking ahead, Nunnerie has 8 young bulls which they hope to have forward for sale at Castle Douglas in February and Dingwall in May, including this son by Finlard Tornado. 6 of the bulls are by Finlard Tornado and the other 2 are by Harehead Nonu. Freelance stocksman Dennis Gall has been a huge help to the Nunnerie team over the last 3 years, bringing out and presenting bulls to a high standard. The Ling cattle help improve the grazing for the sheep at Nunnerie by removing roughage. They do eat the best grass in the autumn, which means sheep have to be fed in the spring, so the MacArthurs keep the cattle confined to one area over the winter. The family's sheep enterprise has also been very successful over the years, with the black-faced flock regularly securing leading prices and averages at society sales in October. They achieved a new record for a shealing ram of any breed, selling for £100,000 at Lanark in 2019, just 5 years after the same team secured the same price for a black-faced lamb again at Lanark. As well as the black-faced flock, the farm's home to 10 blue-faced Leicesters, 150 to 200 mules and 20 Texel ewes. 350 black-faced ewes at Anniston are crossed with the blue-faced Leicester ram, with 145 mule ewe lambs destined for sale at Lanark and Stirling this year. The Texel shearlings are sold at Kelso ram sales but were sold to Lanark Market this year, and the majority of Texel lambs are used at home, with the odd special one sold at the Lanark Premier Texel sale. The Ling breed and the family's large-scale commercial sheep enterprise continue to tick all the boxes for the MacArthur family, producing quality breeding stock and sustainably reared beef. There's no alternative to cattle and sheep grazing on much of the land farmed at Nunnerie, as it's home to a reasonable amount of forestry, and Alistair does not plan to make any big changes to the traditional way of managing the hill and their stock in the near future. The family, though, is quite certain their native breeds are on the rise, with hardy, easily managed and low input lings at the forefront.
Thanks very much for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope to see you all at the open day next August.